Well, the opening day of any competition is special for everyone. A red letter day for everybody here, and those of you who have joined us for our live coverage. I hope everybody is comfortably strapped in for the ride. We're sure that this will be a feast of football, irresistible, emotional, a roller coaster for everyone involved. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Yeah, Thibaut Courtois. He's a huge presence between the sticks, and that's not just because he's 6'6", Peter. He's got great reflexes, wonderful positioning, and he's a strong defensive leader. I think opposition defences will also need to watch out for his long throws. They're quick, they're accurate, and a source of many a good counter-attack.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. Well, we're on the way. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Diawara. Great defending, strong and determined. Messi. Tries to play it through.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Clipped into space. Driving forward. Pings in across.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Dinks one through. And he's taking no chances there. Mbappe. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Oh, he's getting hounded, really hounded. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
He has a look up. And the shot!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. And it's Buchanan. Now it's Maradona. Oh, he has leathered that.
I think it was one of those, Peter, where he's caught it too well. He's not even looking at the keeper, so he knew where everything was.
Still goalless. Plays a sharp little ball here. He's onside. Played in deep. Buchanan clears it away. And he's in on goal. Strokes it back.
They're really getting no time to think on the ball here.
Buchanan. Modric. That has been slung wide. Oh, beautifully shaped ball. Ball is over the line. Looking for the run. He's in a great position here. And that is out and behind. It's a good block. Cleared away. And he's gone backward here. Threads one in. Delivers the ball. And that has been knocked clear. Tries to pass it through. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
And into the grateful arms of the keeper. And that's put paid to a promising move. Passing is crisp and sharp. He's looking wide. It's a promising position. And it's played in. Well, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Mbappe. It's still 0-0, but no shortage of effort. Ricky Puig. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Diawara. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Ricky Puig. Now it's Messi. Spread it left. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Romario. Mbappe. And the first 45 minutes are up. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. An engrossing half, but we're still where we started, 0-0.
Grazie della collaborazione.
Here we go again.
Well, I can imagine both managers have been in the ears of the players. They want more. Let's hope the game comes to life sooner rather than later.
And he's picked it up out wide. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
And he's had it nicked away. And this is Messi. Now it's Buchanan. Played out to the right. Good running, strong and purposeful. It's a promising position. Flings in a cross.
When it's delivered early like that, defenders just can't get themselves set.
Great vision. Now this could be a chance. Spread out to the left. He's in space and looking for options. Lovely feet. Looking for options for movement. Big chance, corner. That's the keeper's ball. And now a sudden chance to counter. Well, into the second half, and it's still goalless. Well into the second half, and still there's nothing between them. He shifted it to the flank. And the ball is out of play. Unrelenting, uncompromising pressure on him. And it's Messi. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Quality ball. Looking to play him in. Played in early. And that should get the job done.
Attenzione, un cambio.
Leganes choosing to make the first change.
Well, this could be an indication that the team are setting themselves up for the counter-attack here, Peter.
Takes a shot! And he's really put himself on the line here. And that's a simple one for the keeper. Milan are looking to go forward now. And no, that was never going to make it. Diawara. Played out wide. This looks promising. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. It's a throw-in. So there's going to be another change here.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Diawara, out to the left it goes. Over to the left. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
This is it then, now or never.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Bullish header! I think that's offside. Yes, it is. He's had it taken off him. Still no sign of a breakthrough, which comes as quite a surprise if you consider the gulf in quality between the two teams. Oh, it's a great ball here. Ricky Puig deals with that comfortably. Mbappe.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Modric. Now it's from Mario. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped. Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Indica 2 minuti di recupero.
Ruben Peña. Now there's a fine ball. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. So a tough one to gauge. Defensive dominance combined with wastefulness in attack, and the outcome inevitable. Your final thoughts, Jim?
A rather flat performance for me when we expected something a lot stronger. I think they thought the win would just come to them, and it didn't.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening.
Signore e signori, chiunque abbia parcheggiato l'auto sulla strada all'esterno dello stadio è pregato di rimuoverla.
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. It appears to be a 4-4-2 formation, Jim.
Reminders of a golden era in English football, I should add. And it continues to hold its place in the modern game. Playing a second striker runs the risk of being outnumbered in midfield, of course, so with the wider pairing and fullbacks, plenty of running has to be part of their play. And of course, the right service into the box.
So it's down to business here. Here's a sharp little ball here. Now the delivery. Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner. It's a mighty effort! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Yeah, it's good movement though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Can he get it through? He's in a great position here. Tries the cross. Cleared away. And they're back on the ball again. Pass somewhat off target. Vinicius Junior. Romario.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Seedorf. Good ball, good take. Vinicius Junior! They're battling for the right to play in the early stages. And he's forced to go back. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. And the pass is intercepted. And they'll start all over again with the goalkeeper. No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. Spread it left. Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior going face-to-face with his great rival. He slings it in. That has been knocked clear. It's an inviting looking ball, that. The pass has gone astray. Goulet. Opts for safety.
You have to expect that from everyone now.
De Paul. And here's Messi. Nicely intercepted. He has a look up. Played in by Romario. Now, who's going to be first to this? Shoots! Oh, that is very close.
Ah, that's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
Romario wins the duel this time. Turns back here, probably the best option. Chips it through. A header! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Beautifully worked to take the defence out of the picture, but there'll be no rush to see the replay on this.
Engages and forces him off the ball. Vinicius Junior. Lovely pass, but can he get there? It's still 0-0, but no shortage of effort. Defending in numbers, sharp and uncompromising. And there's the header! He's missed, but not by that far.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
De Paul, or good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Rodrigo De Paul. And it's Rodrigo De Paul. And here's Couler. Now who's going to be first to this? Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
It's come to nothing. Eder Militao. For De Paul. Eder Militao. And that's really well manoeuvred. Swings in a big header! The captain scores!
Well, it's so hard to keep someone with his enthusiasm and his energy quiet. Second best will never be accepted in the world he lives in, and the timing of his goal won't be lost on him. It's crucial.
It was wonderfully efficient.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
And we hit half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
Milan can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Not pretty, but it gets the job done. De Paul with the short one. Hoisted in. Crossbar comes to the rescue. De Paul. Now it's Romario. That has been slung wide. And it's Cucurella. Vinicius Junior. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And the shot! Decent strike, kept it fizzing low.
Nothing wrong with the idea. Inches away.
Seedorf. And it's Arda Güler. Arda Güler! Oh, such a clever touch. Drilled in. Tries a shot! Oh, great low ball in.
Oh, that really should have found the net. The service was faultless, and I'm going to leave it there.
Cleared away. Nice control. And Messi! Oh, denied brilliantly.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
They've played it short. Oh, sweet feet. A noticeable change in the approach to defending here. Much more in your face.
Well, they've got to deny him time and space, and that's one way of ensuring it. Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Oh, that's nice. Showing good feet. He's had a shot! They've scored! And there's the goal they've been looking for. That was easy, almost too easy.
Again, that's terrific movement, Peter, and an even better pass. It's beautifully played.
Burgos are doing very nicely, thank you.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Tries to dink it through. Defending of the desperate variety. Seedorf.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Played back in. Vinicius Junior touches it back.
Modern football for you and all that pressing.
Opts for safety. Oh, there's a probing ball.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Good running, strong and purposeful. In with the challenge. Messi. Half an hour gone in the second half. Tries to pass it through. Now he's off and running. Eder Militao promptly onto that, and that is that. Oh, good-looking ball. He's found a way past. Seedorf. Can he spark a counter here? Now, can they get him away? And he's managed to get free. And the cross comes in. Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. Nicely spread.
Well, they can at least make a fight of it. Even if it's just a goal, the lift it would give would be huge no matter what the end result is.
And here's Romario. And this is Hazard. Hazard! Decent hit and on target.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 16.
So there's going to be another change here.
El dorsal 2. El dorsal 21. Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 20. El dorsal 15. El dorsal.
That's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And now a sudden chance to counter. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Has a look and plays it forward. There will be 4 extra minutes. Oh, that's well spotted. Cucurella, spread out to the left. To Hazard. Modric, looking for the run. Victor Mollejo. Now it's Maradona. Nicely weighted ball. Big chance! It's in! Drama at the death! Is there time for one more twist? The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react. And there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
And that will be it. Milan perhaps feeling a little aggrieved with this final score. They clearly feel that their efforts warranted something more. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Milan seem to have taken this on with a complacent mentality to just turn up and win, and they deserve the criticism they're going to get.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you.
Los niños que estén interesados en echar una mano como recogepelotas pueden informarse en las oficinas del estadio.
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special.
La formazione del Milan.
So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, this guy, Rodrigo de Paul, is one of the very best when it comes to moving the ball into the final third, and the stats back that up. He's so good at breaking lines, it seems, he just seems to know instinctively the spaces he can exploit.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. There's the whistle, and here we go. Plays a sharp little ball here. No, he wasn't going to let him past. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And the counter is on. That has been slung wide. Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one. Eder Militao. Hazard looks to get on the end of this. Hazard going face-to-face with his great rival. And it's from Mario. And it's from Mario. Raul touches it back.
He's got no choice here. He had to go backwards.
Now it's Hazard. Little pass back.
They're really getting no time to think on the ball here.
Cross deflected behind for a corner. It's a throw-in. He slings it in. And that should get the job done. Neither side especially adventurous early on. Looking to play him in. Looking to go deep. Defending of the desperate variety. He's looking wide. Can he get it through? Raul. Nicely weighted ball. Gonzalez gets good distance on it. Did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him. Well, it seems as if the message has been issued by both managers: don't concede the opener.
Played back. He's shifting through the gears here. And the ball is out of play. Into the channel. He's in plenty of space here. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Looking for options for movement. Now he's off and running. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Now that looks a decent ball. DePaul and Buchanan. Eder Militao has a look and plays it forward. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Hazard. Passes coming off in quick succession here.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Modric, spread out to the left. And he's there to get it away. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Now Eder Militao. Nicely aimed pass. Played down the flank.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
That has earned a reprieve for the time being. Well, I'm not sure how the stats look in terms of expected goals, but nothing actual has materialised so far.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Buchanan. Azar plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And he whips it in.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
De Paul. And the first 45 minutes are up. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. Some first-half thoughts?
Well, simply put, Peter, they haven't been good enough to trouble the opposition. They need to play with more courage in the second half and a lot more intent.
So we reach the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0. Here we go again. So the first half brought no goals. We get a throw in. De Paul. Aimed beyond the defence. And it's Rodrigo De Paul. Now it's Vinicius Junior. And he welcomes it in. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped. A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Nice try, but he wasn't buying it. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
Well, he could easily have slipped that to his right just to keep the attack alive. And it looks like he's going to learn that.
Can he finish? That's going to go a long way.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Still waiting for the game to take off here. 0-0. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Hazard. De Paul. Takes a shot! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get their reward if they can stick at this.
He's quick to get it clear again. Modric. Now it's Romario. And Romario! That was superb goalkeeping.
Romario is offering a right smile there.
A deeply frustrating game so far. Certainly in terms of the scoreline, it remains 0-0. Now it's Hazard. Opts for safety. Modric. Vinicius Junior. Nicely spread. Now, can they get him away? Gonzalez receives it in a wide position. Bayern claims it. Safe hands. Hazard. And here's Raul. Vinicius Junior. Foul right on the edge of the box. It could go either way here. No, the referee's judged that the offence took place outside the area.
Attenzione, una sostituzione.
Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Tries a shot! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 7.
Milan can now introduce the first of their substitutes. So a double change here, and both changes are offensive.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what system they'll be playing with now, Peter. Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Oh, that's nice. He's trying to hit the front line here. He's going to be disappointed with that. And here's Mbappe.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Here comes the corner.
Per il Milan. Numero 18.
So there's going to be another change here.
Numero 6.
They've played it short. That's good play.
Il numero 21.
Chooses to go back.
Il numero 28.
Shapes to shoot!
Il numero 2.
Just off target.
Very speculative with little threat, if any, for the keeper.
Extraordinarily, it is still goalless here. This was supposed to be a one-sided game. That is good strength. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Into the last 5 minutes. And here's Torres. Nice control. And he cuts out the supply.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Passing is crisp and sharp. Shot a goal! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Ci saranno 3 minuti
Rudiger
di
gets it
recupero.
away.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
Buchanan. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Dealt with nicely by the defence. And that will be the final act. So we finish as we started. Try as they might, neither was able to break through. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Milan must have viewed this game as very winnable, but will no doubt have a healthier respect for this opposition now.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening.
Vi ricordiamo, signore e signori, che è possibile acquistare i souvenir nelle apposite aree dello stadio.
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special.
Well, this 4-4-2 formation is often used in the modern era defensively, but it used to be the gold standard of formations a generation or so ago, Peter, and it does allow the fullbacks to play a key role in attack.
Yeah, they offer most of the width, don't they?
Exactly. You want them to be high up the pitch so they can get themselves into the final third whenever possible. This will, of course, ask an awful lot of the centre halves and the central midfielders, who need to drop into position and cover the spaces.
So we're up and running. Ricky Puig, Jim, another midfield maestro from that Catalan production line.
Yeah, absolutely. He may not carry much of a goal threat, Peter, but there isn't much he can't do with the ball at his feet. He operates best on the left side of a central three, where he likes to take the ball on the turn and look to pass it forward. I expect to see him spreading the play and opening up opportunities for those around him.
Wriggles his way through. Looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
He's gone for the shots. Oh, he's hit the bar. Picks out and the finish. That's a super give and go. Now that's a lovely exchange. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And they've got rid. Milan are looking to go forward now. Can he get it through? Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
And he's in. Can he finish? It's there!
Yeah, and he did well not to stray offside there as well, Peter. He just seemed to instinctively know when the ball was going to be delivered, and he got it right.
Gol. Marcó en el minuto 14 el dorsal 15.
Leon breakthrough nice and early, just as they wanted it. Seedorf. Look at the space here. Roll! Oh, it's come off the upright. And the ball is out of play.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Looking for options for movement. Spread neatly. Milan claim it back to much approval. Oh, that's neat. Played in. Cleared without hesitation. Vinicius Junior. Nicely worked. Oh, super ball. Takes a shot! He has done it! And the lead lost no time at all.
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Cucurella defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. That is good strength. Approaching the half-hour mark. And here's Maradona. And it's Seedorf. Shot could be on. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Oh, there's a probing ball. Ricky Puig does really well to win the ball there. Leon were a team looking for an outlet, and it seems, Jim, as though they've found one.
Yeah, and if that allows them to get people running at and even going beyond that defence, then you can start asking more questions.
Ricky Puig plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Vinicius Junior has it out wide and in space. Vinicius Junior will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Buchanan. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean. If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Great ball, and he's in here. And the cross comes in. Chouameni can get it clear.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Has a look and plays it forward. Played out to the left flank. Vinicius Junior could try cutting inside here. Decent chance! Now, who's going to be first to this? Cleared away. That has been knocked clear. And that'll be the last act of the first half. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. How would you review the first half?
Well, I think the manager should be pretty happy that his side managed to come in on level terms. Things seem to be going a little against them, but they stemmed the tide, got their equaliser, and I think we're in for an exciting second half now.
Well, it's been a tight game, but one that's packed with incident and talking points. A decent watch, this, and it's 1-1 at half-time. And that's the second half started. Seedorf. Now Eder Militao. Vinicius Junior. Gets a good foot in there. He was under real pressure there. And it's made its way to him. Great chance! Goal! Into the lead once more. A truly wicked strike, nigh on perfection.
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter, and while many might have just lashed out at it, he took his time and he put it where very few can.
Leon take the lead. Buchanan. Here's Ricky Puig. Aims beyond the defence. Oh, what a ball! And a chance! It's in! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. It was casual, it was careless, and it has proven costly.
Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave.
So the lead now is 2.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Ricky Puig.
There's no doubt it's a long way back, but they can at least give us something to believe the gap might be closed.
Seedorf. Mbappe. And it's Maradona. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Buchanan. Fired deep towards the back post. And he's taking no chances there. It's a throw-in. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Shifted it to the flank. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Ricky Puig. Not getting too much time on the ball here, that is good pressing. He really is being given no time to think on the ball now.
Well, they've got to deny him time and space, and that's one way.
Roll! Off the post! And he's there to belt it away. So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 10 será sustituido por el dorsal
Maradona.
19.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. Well, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup.
Well, this is intriguing.
He's found a way through. And he whips it in. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Sobrino. Half an hour gone in the second half. And he's cleared it out of harm's way.
You have to expect that from everyone now.
He's in space and looking for options. An instinctive delivery. Vinicius Junior is onto it in a flash. Vinicius Junior going face to face with his great rival. Sobrino spread out to the left. Looking for the run. And the cutback. That has been knocked clear. Here's Ricky Puig.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Now, can they get him away? Buchanan.
Habrá 2 minutos de
Nicely
descuento.
aimed pass. Ambitious ball here. No, he's just misjudged that one. Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. That's at the end. Well, here is a defeat that may hit them hard, and you can sense that all around us. Things going pretty awry, and the outcome in the end virtually unavoidable. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Milan desperately failing to impose themselves on the game. Decidedly flat, disjointed in so many areas on the pitch, and you're never going to win like that.
Well, thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you. Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on.
La formazione del Milan. Il numero 24, Hazard. Il numero 21, Fernando Torres.
So it's away we go then. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Yeah, Jan Oblak. He's not someone you often see pulling off spectacular saves, but that's about the highest compliment you can give a goalkeeper because it speaks to his positioning and his...
Lewandowski! Missed by a fraction. Good play on the left-hand side here. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. It's a threat. Climbs up big! That's a half-decent try.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
Koke. In with the challenge. Great vision. And that is expertly dealt with. That's a good ball out wide.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
But it has been just one side doing all of the early probing.
Well, they've made all the inroads and their confidence is taking on a growth spurt.
Lookman. Played through into space. He's in plenty of space here. Goulart defending his corner stubbornly. Stood up very well to his man. Now it's Hazard. Tries to pass it through. Oh, well measured. Oh, great defending. That needed doing. Hazard showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Now it's Solot. Molina. Looking for the run. Koke is in a really good position out wide. De Paul. Could move up a gear here. Now it's Hazard. Can he get it through? Goes for a shot! Goal! Milan! And Milan have the lead. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch and they're dazed.
So we have our breakthrough.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in this team has the courage to show for the ball. You can't shy away from it. You can't hide. You have to front up in a setup like this, and everyone is doing just that.
You make it sound so simple. Just eases him off the ball. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Oh, that's fabulous. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
Lookman.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And that's really well manoeuvred. It's Lewandowski! And he has kept it out somehow.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Well, now it's a race for the ball. Decent attempt, but not quite good enough. And now they can spring out of defence. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score.
Milan can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
That is good strength. Jimenez. Can he get on the end of this? Now this could be a chance. They've played it short. Great ball, there's the shot! And he's there to clear it. That's a sharp pass. Milan are looking to go forward now. And this is Torres!
Lookman.
That's Sorlot. Now it's Simeone.
Il quarto uomo indica 2 minuti di recupero.
Lookman.
De Paul. And it's Fernando Torres. And he's in on goal. It's Lewandowski! And what to be quick to recover this. A really close shave, and the last action of the first half. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. So your views on the first half?
Well, it's obvious, Peter, that this team was set up to play on the break, and their opponents pretty much played right into their hands, so no wonder they've got their tails up at half-time.
Milan leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments, and it's 1-0 at the break. Here we go again.
Milan definitely want to carry on in a similar manner, although I would exercise some caution, Peter. You wouldn't want to leave yourself open in the early minutes trying to kill this off.
Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning.
It was a sterling effort, and at least he kept it on target, and it was worth a go.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Simeone. Molina receives it in a wide position. Now, can they get him away? Molina gets into a good position. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
That's a shade optimistic. Team still separated by the game's only goal. Lookman. Passing is crisp and sharp, distributed tidily. Now it's Simeone. He's got away. Mendes did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And this is Torres. Simeone. Koke. So we've reached the hour mark. Your impression so far, Jim?
They're ahead, but they're not playing as if they are. There seems to be more of an emphasis on protecting their lead than...
Lewandowski! And yes, it's there! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. And that is a goal worthy of universal appreciation. Even the opposing fans have to recognise the quality there.
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter, and while many might have just lashed out at it, he took his time and he put it where very few can.
Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Well, this could be an indication that the team are setting themselves up for the counter-attack here, Peter, and he is very good at that type of thing.
Milan are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
Corner then. And it's been taken short. No way through, so back it comes. And a chance! And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Simeone. Cleared away. Big chance! In for the pieces! Oh, crossbar! Azar can see things others simply cannot. Lewandowski looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
And it's Maradona. And here's Lewandowski. Fernando Torres. Real chance! And it's there! And they are cruising away. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get pressed from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
Fernando Torres. Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 24.
We have got changes here from both sides, in
Numero
fact.
14.
A case now of complete control.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Milan are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Just a quarter of an hour to play. Threads one in. Alvarez picks it up out wide. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And here's Llorente. Turns and goes back. Alvarez is onto this. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Alvarez. It's a really well-measured ball. Oh, that is asking for trouble. Nicely spread. Incoming delivery.
Look, this is so frustrating. Passing without any end product is just passing time.
No outsmarting him this time. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move.
Tries a shot! And he should have made it 4.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 21. Fernando Torres. Numero 17. Lasciano il campo
Maradona
per il
goes
numero
short.
7. Il numero 28.
And now they can spring out of defence. And the pass is intercepted. Alvarez. Plays the return pass. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, there's a probing ball. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Great chance! Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. And that will be the final act. Milan pretty much in utopia, imposing themselves in the manner they wanted right from the start. A show all about one side's remorselessness, ruthlessness, relentlessness. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening. Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter, it's great to be on board.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special.
Well, this 4-4-2 formation is often used in the modern era defensively, but it used to be the gold standard of formations a generation or so ago, Peter, and it does allow the fullbacks to play a key role in attack.
Yeah, they offer most of the width, don't they?
Exactly. You want them to be high up the pitch so they can get themselves into the final third whenever possible. This will, of course, ask an awful lot of the centre halves and the central midfielders, who need to drop into position and cover the spaces.
So it's down to business here. So Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, this guy, Rodrigo de Paul, is one of the very best when it comes to moving the ball into the final third, and the stats back that up. He's so good at breaking lines, he just seems to know instinctively the spaces he can exploit.
He would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. And a chance! And he's done it!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Milan are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Milan gain their reward with an early goal. Albacete finding their passes. De Paul, Ricky Puig.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Knocks it into space, thinks about the shot. Torres was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Milan leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. Rolls it backwards.
Just too much pressure. Had to go that way.
Turns back here, probably the best option. De Paul gets it clear and smartly reclaimed. Raul. Milan do have a chance to counter here. Spread out to the left. Hazard in acres of space out wide. Shapes to shoot! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Torres! Harmlessly behind. Aimed beyond the defence.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Albacete have themselves a corner, I think. Yes, they do. Cleared away. Can he get on the end of this? Well, it's gone out again, and so we'll have a repeat corner. Courtois gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. And now they can spring out of defence. Ricky Puig. Buchanan. And it's Rodrigo de Paul. That's good vision. And this is Raul. Tries a measured ball. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Strong running down that left flank. Out towards the flank. Hazard! Eden Hazard! That is a beautiful thing! About as smooth as it gets. 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now.
I think you have to appreciate the simplicity and efficiency of it all there, Peter. The ease at which the defence got taken out of the equation, and he was never going to miss that.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
Half an hour played now. Looking to play him in. That's very neat. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Dealt with nicely by the defence. It is a corner. They've played it short. He's on it, can he get away? Not pretty, but it gets the job done. He is just caressing the ball. De Paul. That's tidy. He's having a go! Good first touch and almost as good a second.
That's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And this is Torres. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Chouameni for De Paul. And it's Buchanan. And here's Raul. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. And here's Mbappe. Real chance! Great effort, beautifully taken.
Oh, the technical control was exquisite. The pummeled attempt was exasperating.
Now it's Mbappe.
This is the time you need that pace.
Oh, really cute. And that'll be the final action of the first half. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Milan certainly can feel happy about how things have gone. but now isn't the time to take their foot off the pedal. They need to keep pushing, keep imposing, don't leave the door open for the opposition.
Milan are heading into the break, very happy with how it's gone so far. And the second half gets underway. Well, that pass isn't the best. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Good ball, good take. And he's picked out the run. A decent chance! Yes! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff.
Yeah, that's really well played, Peter. It's very, very simple. The ball through to him was just beautifully measured.
Minuto 50, el dorsal 21, Fernando Torres.
3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Knocks it out wide.
This is actually quite a courageous move, and I'll add ambitious and advanced.
Can he find the finish? And he's been shifted off it.
Milan are clearly enjoying a very good spell. The flow of momentum is bang in their favour.
The pull does really well to win the ball there. Now it's Mbappe. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. He's in a grip. Goes to finish! And it's been taken short. Crosses it in. Cleared away. Milan are looking to go forward now.
La asistencia a este partido
Now it's Torres. Now it's Mbappe. Ricky Puig plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Buchanan.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Oh, cracking. There's the shot! And how good was that? He's got himself an absolute peach. just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Well, at one stage he was being body checked, Peter, and then the next minute it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
We have got changes here, from both sides in fact.
Well, it looks like they just want to introduce a new focal point to the attack.
So is this the start of a comeback? Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. That's a cute ball. Oh, played through for the wide man. Well, that's a little loose. And he's there to belt it away. It's a throw-in. Looking for the run. Vinicius Junior has it in a wide position. Milan do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Looking for options for movement. Gets into some space. Now this could be a chance. Tries to put. He's got tall. Really well taken goal. Just one in it now. The game takes on a whole new complexion. Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
So there's going to be another change here.
Well, he's going to inject a nice bit of pace into that front line, Peter, so I can see him making those runs in behind.
Albacete get themselves back into contention.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Opts for safety. Half an hour gone in the second half. He's gone for goal! So close to drawing level.
That was extremely good focus from the keeper, and it could turn out to be quite a significant moment.
Chips it through. Hazard receives it in a wide position.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Can he get it through? Corner then. Well, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Ricky Puig. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Buchanan. He has found the way through. Buchanan's cross. Great chance! No, it just wouldn't sit for him.
Nuno Mendes really had a decent crack at that. It was a full-blooded effort.
Se va a llevar a cabo un cambio de jugadores.
A couple of changes then in quick succession.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager is...
It's a mighty effort! He's missed, but not by that far. Vinicius Junior, he's picked his way through. Now it's Mbappe. And the shot!
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Into stoppage time, very little left on it. Now he's off and running. That is ended up in no man's land. Eder Militao. No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here. It's an inviting looking ball, that. It's gone out for a throw-in. And that will be it. Milan have emerged victorious in this match of thrills. The odd goal ultimately proving the difference. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Well, it's just a case of reality striking, Peter. One side, through their quality, almost obliged to win it. And like in 99% of cases, this is what happened.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening.
Que viste camiseta verde y lleva una mochila roja y dice haberse perdido. Se ruega a su madre que acude a recogerlo a la puerta 21.
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special.
Romario, someone I see as one of probably the last breed of strikers who were strictly poachers.
And the greatest amongst poachers?
Well, quite possibly. The early 90s was all about him.
The interesting thing, of course, is that he was neither the quickest nor the tallest, but he was certainly up there amongst the best.
Well, it was that low centre of gravity, Peter, nimble-footed inside the box, and the fact that he was incredibly quick off the mark that gave him the edge over his contemporaries, and of course, that fantastic striker's instinct.
So off we go then. Can he get it through? Well, that's beautifully weighted. And the ball is out of play. Buchanan. Not the most accurate pass. And that's put paid to a promising move. Valera. Rafamir.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Oh, smashing header! He's delivered all right! A great delivery and a finish to match.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Numero 20.
Elche breakthrough nice and early, just as they wanted it. Rudiger. De Paul. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Now it's Maradona. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This and the shot! It's in! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
That has certainly made things interesting.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop, just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
Has a look and plays it forward. Tiangana. Valera. Oh, nice touch. Now it's Tiangana. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Buchanan. Oh, sweet feet. No, he wasn't being taken in by that trickery. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. Nicely weighted ball. Look at the space here. Chance, surely!
I think that's great defending. He just made sure he was in the right place to block it, and I bet you the keeper's very relieved.
Gets a good foot in there. Now it's Maradona. Oh, they could break here.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Valera gets it away. Elche were a team looking for an outlet, and it seems, Jim, as though they've found one.
Yeah, and if that allows them to get people running at and even going beyond that defence, then you can start asking more questions.
Buchanan. And it's Rudiger. That's a sharp pass. Well, crossed in early. Valera. Good ball, good take.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Great vision. And this is Torres. De Paul. Decent chance! Oh, he hit that sweetly.
Well, that would have asked some awkward questions of the keeper had it stayed on target.
Tiangana. Played out to the right. Opts for safety. And that's really well manoeuvred. No, that's overhit. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Buchanan. Oh, that's neat. Oh, well played. Valera. Just 5 minutes left until the break. Rafa Mir. Rodriguez. Now Valera. That's tidy. Now it's Mir. Rafa Mir! He's missed, but not by that far.
Yeah, it's good movement, though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Chouameni. Oh, there's a probing ball. Buchanan. Oh, this is a very good run. Now, can he find a finish? Tiangana. Rodriguez. Oh, good spread. Ambitious ball here. Oh, no joy this time. And that'll be the last act of the first half. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. Reflections on the first half?
Milan will be pretty happy with the way they've performed so far. They remained calm after going behind, and they were able to raise the intensity, get their equaliser. So this isn't bad at all.
That's a really interesting game, and they head in at half-time at 1-1. Elche get the ball rolling in the second half. And he's forced to go back. Tiangana. And it's Buchanan. Buchanan stood his ground strongly. Nicely aimed pass. And Romario! Goal! Milan! And the comeback is complete. Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Numero 11.
Milan take the lead.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
Oh, that's fabulous. Rudiger getting this one clear. Valera looking to shoot. Great defending, strong and determined.
Incentive set and incentive met. Now they've got to take it on another level.
Tries to pass it through. It's a promising position. He's onside. The ball gets it clear. Taken back almost at once. He's on it, can he get away? Tiangana. Now it's Mir. Romario, a player of legendary status. Now it's Maradona. Maradona going face-to-face with his great rival. Lovely pass, but can he get there?
DePaul really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Rafa Mir. Out to the left it goes. Played in deep. Keeper has taken decisive action. Cleared without complication. Crosses it in. And it's safely in the keeper's hands.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Now it's Mir. Plays the return pass. Chouameni has created one goal already. That's a lovely, neat pass. Just about up to 75 minutes. De Paul cuts out the pass. Romario has found the net here, of course. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Chance for a shot! Buchanan with the clearance.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Picked out brilliantly. And he's there to belt it away.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 20. Lascia il campo per il numero 19. Attenzione, un
Fernando Torres. Now, who's going to be first to this?
I'll tell you, Peter, the keeper owes him big time there. He's lucky his mate was wide awake to that.
Now it's Andre Silva. De Paul. And it's Maradona. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Now it's Messi. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Diangana. Out to the right. Sangare. De Paul. Strong challenge. That could leave a mark. It's an early cross. And that should get the job done. Not much time now for anything fresh. And the finish! It's off target and by quite a way.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 21.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Messi. Numero 17. Lasciano il campo per il numero 7. Il numero 14. Il numero 14.
Andre Silva.
Cambio di giocatori.
Ricky Puig does really well to win the ball there. Goulet. Now it's Raul. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. He's picked his way through.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
That's that, the end. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game from those players. What unity, what joy. That was so very, very good. Well, from behind, Jim, that is some win, isn't it?
Well, what we've seen is a team that refuses to accept the game might have just got away from them. They stayed true to their style and turned this right on its head. This is a tremendous win.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all. you.